What's happening, sports fans? We welcome you back to another episode of San Diego Prep Insider. We got another team in studio. Let's go over to camera number 2. It is the El Capitan. You guys go by El Capitan, or is it just El Cap?
El Cap.
El Cap.
Does it sound weird to fully introduce it as, like, does anyone say we play for El Capitan? You're like, look at that person. You're like,
It's weird.
that sounds a
it's
little
weird.
odd.
I think because I'm new, I say it.
He does say it. And
I'm
it's
like,
weird.
welcome to El Capitan. And they're like, who?
You're like, oh, that's us.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
whoops.
My fault.
Yeah.
Well, welcome. Thank you very much for being on the show. Let's go left to right with some introductions because normally you have to have like a number and everything for people to know who you are. So, Coach, let's start with you. And then for the players, if you could give us your name, grade, and position, please.
Aloha, my name is Brennan Powell. I'm a first-year coach at El Cap High School.
Hi, I'm Ruby. I'm a junior and I'm a setter.
I'm Madison. I'm a junior, and I'm an outside.
I'm Alyssa. I'm a senior, and I'm middle blocker.
And you guys are the team captains, yes?
They are
Yes.
the
This
team
is the
captains,
leadership. Madison, we talked to you earlier, right before the season started. So for everybody that wants to go hear more about her college decision, you can go check out that interview. You will be signing the wall today.
Yes.
You talked with us, though, preseason about, you know, you were confident, but you didn't know exactly how things were going to turn out. At 9-2, it seems like things are going more than okay.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of teams in San Diego that would literally sacrifice a freshman to be 9-2 at this point. So how have things been going for you guys so far this year? And these open questions to everybody, but start with you.
Yeah. It's going really well. I think it's definitely a very new atmosphere. How do you say that? Atmosphere?
Yes.
It's a very new atmosphere. New coaching staff, a lot of coaches, same girls, but I think we've definitely changed a lot, and it's a new mindset for all of us. I think we're coming in ready to take what's ours and win league, and then go CIF, and then go state.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely a new atmosphere for me because of all the new coaching and stuff, and I've definitely improved a lot more than I feel like my past years, so I feel like it's going to be a really good season.
Yeah, I agree with everything they've said. Different because of coaching and team, too. We brought up a lot of girls.
Yeah.
So, Coach, how much have you trained them coming into this interview to say the complimentary words to you? No, but in seriousness, no, for you as a first-year head coach, I don't pretend to know anything, or at least enough of anything about volleyball, but I talk to a lot of first-year head coaches who, unless they have been at that school for like a whole calendar year really working at it, that first year can be hard to get like up to speed, and there can be a lot of those growing pains. It seems like things, though, are meshing pretty well so far. So good for you.
Yeah, first-year coaches, I sympathize with all first-year coaches, but I have a really large coaching staff. I'm very lucky to have myself and 4 other assistants, so I've been able to hit the ground running. I have the support of the entire administration, so it's been really nice coming into a program that is stacked. It really is.
Is it like any other sport, though, where most coaches, you'd say they need a year or two before it is their version of what they visioned their program being? Or can you implement that in 12 games?
I honestly think I can implement it within the first practice. I think it's
So it's already been implemented.
Yeah.
I am not one who's going to be very nice. I'm very strict. I have guidelines. I have rules. And I think that they've taken into that mindset, which has changed the atmosphere of what we're trying to deliver at El Cap.
So a positive culture shock for you guys.
Yes. Yeah.
This and mean, I struggle, though, to have it mesh. It doesn't come... Like, that seems deceptive.
camera.
Well,
Yeah, I don't.
So
I don't.
This seems like the kind of thing where I would show up to practice and be like, oh, coach is kind of cool. And then I'd be like, why am I running and crying? And what did coach say? What is this, just Jekyll and Hyde? He flips the switch once practice starts? Is he the most intense guy on the court of all time? Like, what's it like playing for coach so far?
Be honest.
I think it's kind of both. It's flipped the switch for sure. I mean,
What was the first memory you had of realizing, oh, wait, he's not all sunshine and rainbows?
yesterday when he made us run bleachers before practice even started. I mean, I
Okay.
kind of already knew, but then it was like, it's 100 degrees outside, and we were just talking about the heat, and then he threw us outside to go run the bleachers.
100 feels kind of cold for you guys in your neck of the woods. Like
No.
106
It
to
was
110
warm.
feels like where
It
you
was
guys are.
warm.
It was only 10 minutes of running outside bleachers, just to be
You
honest.
said we ran for 12 minutes.
I lied.
Just
He added minutes.
just to make you guys feel
Dang.
better. That's great leadership. So, the next game you guys have up, if I'm looking at this correct, is Eastlake.
We had to actually reschedule. It
Reschedule.
was supposed to be for yesterday, but then due to the fires that were next to the
Yes.
school, it'll be pushed to probably next week, Wednesday or Thursday.
Okay, so then you got Country Day, and then it starts out into Helix, West Hills, and you close out with a lot of what are your league opponents.
Yes.
Are we have the rotation figured out? Like, you guys are playing your best volleyball right now. Is there another gear you're aiming to kick it into for the back half of this schedule? What are you guys, like, what's the vibe at practice right now?
For me, it's always learning. I think they're doing a really good job of pushing through, changing a lot of offensive things that they've done in the past that wasn't next level, but they had next level talent there. So it's kind of just getting into the mindset and that trust and belief that, hey, your coaches actually know what they're doing. And then them actually fulfilling their potential because they're such dynamic players. Oh.
Yeah, I think we're just on a grind to get better every practice and just be better today than we were yesterday. So I still think it's a grind just to get better.
And the new girls, you mentioned a lot of girls or new girls. Is it youth? Is it just deeper team, more players? Everybody has kind of reacted well to it. It seems like
We're just a young team.
Young team?
We're just a very young team. A lot of sophomores. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the next 2 years will be very fruitful for LCAP. I just think, well, Alyssa's our lone senior.
Yeah,
so
I'm
we
the
only
only
have one.
senior on the team.
on the
so-
team, like the only one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
I honestly don't know. Most of the girls.
How many
that-
did you start with in your freshman year?
Well,
as a class?
I think just pretty much, I don't know, maybe
At least 12.
probably at least 12, and then
Okay, because if you had said 3 or 4, I'd been like, okay,
No,
that's
no, no,
actually not
no.
that bad. 12 is a pretty bad fall
Yeah.
off from freshman to senior year
Well,
for your class.
that was when like the COVID year happened, so we had like that 1 month long season, and a lot of the girls just didn't decide to try out. So
That was your freshman year?
no, that was my sophomore
So
year.
so you had 1 full year as a freshman.
Yes.
That was normal high school.
Yes.
And for you guys, this is the first full year
This
of
is our
normal.
first full year. Yeah.
How's the first full year of high school treating you? Is it normal? Do you feel like this? You're like, man, this is what it must have been like back in the day. Like,
Yeah.
is school that now again?
Yeah, I mean, it's new. It's definitely new, but high school's high school.
Do you miss Zoom class at all?
No.
No,
Ooh,
right?
no.
Like, no, that's like a nobody at
No.
all misses that,
No.
right? None whatsoever. So as a senior, are you relying? Is the whole team relying on you for that? Like, you got to give the pregame speech every time and be out there being like, "Come on, team!"
I try and cheer my best, but I don't know. I don't
So
think
so then who does or is it just okay?
It's me. It's me every time.
Triplet
I-
basically runs the team. She's
Yeah,
Oh.
she sure does.
Team mom, team de facto.
No, I would be
everything?
team mom.
He's team mom.
She'd be inspiration for sure.
Team inspiration.
So what is the secret sauce to a good team speech before the game? Like, going into the first league game this year, what are
Right.
you going to say to the team? Are you going to be all fire and brimstone? Are you more of like, everyone needs to just be quiet, listen up? Like,
Yeah, it's got to start off chill first. It's got to start off chill. You got to get deep, and then you pull it to the end. Then you start yelling. Then you get fired up. Then it's a cheer, and we're out. So it goes through phases.
and this feels like something that she's done enough now that you guys are like, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a thing that she
11
knows how to do.
games.
yeah.
Every single game.
Every single game.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Is there a specific part of the cheer that you need to teach people to look out for? Like, is there a chant specifically, or is it just you yelling, "Don't fuck this up for me"?
I think it's different every time. Yeah, I think it's something different every time. I think I tried to have it relate to the day and how we're feeling that day and what the mood is, just to kind of relate to my teammates and be there.
You
for
guys had
them.
good fan attendance so far?
We haven't had a
We
home
haven't had
game
a home
yet.
game.
Haven't had a home game yet.
Yeah.
Because of gym issues or just
Scheduling. So that our first home game was supposed to be yesterday.
Road Warriors? All
Yes.
right. So first home game then is Helix next Monday?
No, it should be the rescheduling of Eastlake on
Thursday.
the 7th, if I'm not mistaken, or 8th.
Deal.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I'm looking at 2 different scheduling sources. People know that this is a running joke. I leave games out all the time. So are we going to get good fan attendance? Is there any themed games yet planned?
Yeah, so we have...
Why is there a laughter from you for themed games?
Because I'm so into this. We have Country Western Day.
Her favorite?
My favorite.
Is that too cliche for LCAP to do a Country Western Day?
No.
Isn't every day vaguely Country Western out there, or is that me stereotyping?
Yeah, that's
okay, deal.
No, we have Country Day, we have Pink Out,
Business?
Business Day, White Out.
What is Business Day?
Business is like full suits and dresses. Yeah. Like
So
we're
coaches
there
will come in
we're
suits.
there
So
to
this
do
is
business.
you guys doing this, playing in full suits, or this is you're
no,
asking the
this
fans
is,
to
this
be there
is
and attend?
fans. This is fans.
Will
Student
you
section.
give the pregame speech in a full dress?
I
outfit?
should, and then
You
just
should.
rip it off at the end.
Yeah.
Can we get you one of those like rip away
Tearaways?
like
Yeah,
a
we
tuxedo
should.
tearaway?
Rip it off.
We have to put that as a note. A tearaway suit.
This will be the social media clip. You'll be
Yeah.
reminded of this.
There we
Okay,
go.
so we'll pick who would be. So who do we know who the formal game is? Do you know off the top of your head
No,
which
not
one?
off the top of my head.
Okay, we'll schedule that one for sure. You're gonna
Perfect.
just scream, rip the tear away.
Yeah.
I think it's West Hills, if I'm not mistaken.
very winnable.
Oh, that's Pink Out.
West
Pink Out
Hills,
is West
Pink Out.
Hills.
all winnable. Everything has to feel winnable though.
Oh, yeah.
At 9-2. For you guys, looking forward, like we said, you got league now. You've talked though about a section championship level, looking at the state level. Does that kind of a goal for you guys as captains and as a team feel progressively more real with each game, that you're like, hey, we're actually growing into ourselves and we can become this? Or has it always been that level of confidence going in this year? It's just been, we've got to figure out how to get there.
I think it's like just been a set goal, especially since last year, not winning CIF so close. We kind of just came in this year like, we're going to go into CIF, we're going to win, then we're going to go to state, win that. Kind of just
real
confidence.
cash.
Yeah,
Just confidence.
You talk about last year not winning a section championship. I'm curious. I hate bringing this up, but I always have to ask, for teams that do make it deep into some of those playoff runs, how did you handle the end of last season? Was it slough it off, let's just not even think about it? Was it let's grind and focus on how horrible that felt? Like every team kind of handles something like that differently. For you guys to be so close, what was the takeaway from last year that has translated into this year?
I think we're definitely grinding with it. I think we still, in the back of our minds, it's still there. It's still in the back of my mind for sure. Yeah, I think all of us are together on this and we're ready to go in and work. It hasn't been as casual as like, oh yeah, we're winning state, but it's like we're coming back because we lost that game. It's more of like a comeback season.
It was Carlsbad, right?
Yeah.
Is there like a C painted somewhere on a wall that you guys like punch as you guys walk by or something like that?
Well, we have a non-league game versus Carlsbad.
I see that you have that conviently scheduled late into the year.
Late into the year.
Coach, you have a flair for the dramatic.
I so do.
As long as I'm assuming that was you that scheduled that.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Okay. Yes. Then you have even though that you weren't there to be part of said beginning of rivalry.
Oh, I
you
watched
still
that
want a
game.
Yeah. You still want a piece. You're like, hey, let's. Who is the rival though? I think we had talked about this a little bit, but who is it? Is there one specific team that is
Everyone
Everyone
is a rival. Yeah. I think league, we have Granite and Santana now coming up. Granite's hungry. Everybody's hungry to take us. So everyone's
Do you like
competition.
I feel like you are going to answer yes to this, but so I'll ask both of you guys. Do you like having a target on your back? Do you like people coming for you like that, or would you prefer being the other way around?
I think so, because I feel like it's going to make us a lot more competitive and kind of prepare us more for CIF and state, and I think it's just going to build us up better as players and as a team.
Yeah, I agree. I like having the target on our backs so we can kind of just show them that we got it.
There you go.
I agree.
A deep sense of confidence and optimism from the El Cap, not Capitan, El Cap. You guys have to keep it up though, because football's looking okay this year. So you have to maintain a lot of hype and not fall off, so we can push that narrative that you are the team that should be watched on that campus right now. Do we have senior night? Big plans. How do we keep senior night from only being 3 minutes long?
Oh, we have events.
They have something planned. I don't know what it is yet.
Are you
but
excited for this? Are you
I
worried
am.
for this? Are you nervous for this?
Ooh, actually, now that you mention it, I'm a little
she's
nervous
nervous.
because I don't I don't know what to expect because I'm sure it's not going to be like last year's senior year or senior night. So I don't know.
Do you want to come like make multiple like normally they'll have all the players walk out on senior night? Do you want to like come out a couple of times wearing different jersey numbers or something like that to prolong it?
I don't. Maybe.
Have you changed numbers during your 4 years? Then you'd have there you go. Your assistant over here is nodding yes. So there you go. You can retire all of the different jersey numbers. I don't think that I've ever seen a senior night with just one senior, and I apologize for harping on this, but it's a statistical oddity that I'm very interested in now, seeing just what that looks like. A whole team cheering for lone said senior. I hope plenty of people turn out for that one. I hope that'll also be formal night then. So you guys, let's check in again once the playoffs get around, because I think this will be a lot of fun to see where you guys are at. But for the younger, just assuming that this season goes pretty well, do you feel like your mission accomplished right now on your ultimate goal of, as seniors going out, playing your best possible like we're getting just total report that everything is good right now with LCAP volleyball, right? Trending upwards?
Yeah, everything is good, but there's still more work to do, always.
Grinding is
grinding.
Probably the common theme, that if I pulled out a string of you just saying grinding,
You
which
should.
I'm thinking
You
now
should make a video of just that.
That might be the social media clip instead of Oh, perfect. Okay. We'll title that'll be the title of this episode. Just grinding. We really appreciate you guys coming in. Like we said, check out that episode with Madison talking about her commitment. Coach, congratulations on a successful first year.
Thank you.
You guys don't be a stranger. Also, if you can get any hidden cam of him being angry, I would love to see just something.
We're gonna do a mic up section.
We're not allowed to have phones at practice.
Closed.
That's why.
Savvy close. He
why.
is good around. Damn. The Belichick coaching trio. The total media blackout. I like this. Yeah. The hardest ticket to get a hold of is inside access at LCAP girls volleyball practice. On that note, we will say see you next time, sports fans. Thanks for tuning in to another San Diego Prep Insider.